Right, so I have returned and I know I am quite late with this stream. I do freaking apologize. I should have done this on Monday when I knew it came out, but I got home and I was like, freaking hell, my eyes are burning. So I thought to myself, you know what? Why don't I do the thing I missed yesterday, so now I actually have more time on Thursday to cover this? And I thought that's probably the best way of doing this. Jesus freaking Christ, that's loud. Alright, For Honor, I'm gonna calm down with your advert. Jesus. That's working fine. Sweet. Yeah, so as I was saying beforehand, actually mute myself finally. There we go. Yeah, everything's working fine. So yes, that's what I want to do. So today I have more time to actually cover this because I want to be in prime to cover Noragami, because Noragami, oh boy, it's a manga and a half. That is, oh dang, you got to be in prime to cover Noragami. It's one of those things. It's just it's good. It's good stuff. But yeah, so new arc starts. That's the major thing now. The new arc has begun, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to this arc at all because, by the looks of things, this arc is gonna get freaking depressing and freaking serious because it's gonna concentrate a lot on Yukine, because Yukine is kind of not in the best shape in the world right now because of that box. He's kind of reverted back to what happened in his life, and it's actually not doing too great. We know that Hiyori is kind of really fearing whether or not he actually will be alright in this one because I don't know. I have this hope that it might end up like Nana, and what happened with Nana, and how Nana kind of accepted everything and said, okay, well that's what's happened. I'm going to continue fighting because that's what I know. I kind of have that hope that maybe Yukine might do exactly the same. I don't freaking know, but I don't want anything bad to happen to him because I might just cry. Because they're like a family to us. We don't want to see anything bad happen to any of them, to be honest. That's a major thing. That's what Noragami does to you. You just don't want anything bad happen to any of them. So you're like, yeah, okay, let's all just live happily ever after. Because it looks like it might be a kind of it looks like it might be kind of an alright chapter when it comes to depression, because I saw like the remnants of it. I didn't see the whole entire thing. I just saw like the first 3 pages. And it doesn't look too bad. Just Yukine is the kind of central point, and it's kind of like, please let the kid survive. I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but yes. I'm getting my towers mixed up completely here. I don't know what's going on with me today. Anyhow, yeah. So, if I delay, let's actually get this show on the road because I think I talked for enough. Hopefully this is actually big enough to actually see. I'm not too sure how well this is actually going to look. If at all well. I need to make it a little bit bigger, I think. Because Finder does not allow you to do anything perfectly, does it? Finder windows aren't fine, as they would say in the business. So yeah, I do apologise for me being a bit late on this one. When it comes out on Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday, it tends to be my worst days because I have to go to London, and by the time I get home I'm actually like on the verge of passing out, so I tend never to really want to cover anything on those days because otherwise I won't be completely attentive. This police car's going really freaking slow. It's like, could you hurry up a tiny bit? I need to get to somewhere. Jesus Christ. I was like, I need to get on with this. But anyhow, yes. Let's get on with it. So, without further delay, let's get on with the colour page, which looks pretty freaking fine, I must say. So, I wish I could be the person I wish to be. Whoa, freaking hell. Deep. It's deep. Those words cut deep. So don't miss the stage play info on the next page. Hello, how's it going? Hopefully you enjoy your stay. That's what I say. My throat's gonna go weird during this, I already imagine. So anyhow. Alright, so life has returned to normal. The turmoil in heaven concludes. Time to start working towards becoming a god of fortune again. Chapter 73. If you can hear my cry. Right, so, save for one troubling thing. Are those dried permissions? You got it. Don't leave me in here, Dad. I'm not an old man. Your wisdom, you have the wisdom of an old man. I'm not an old man. That surely had something to do with God's greatest secret. Still, I imagine there's some hope within his character, like just some semblance of hope that he might just get out of this one completely okay. That's all I'm hoping. That's all I pray. I pray that this actually turns out alright in the end. Because I ain't looking forward to the turmoil as the actual arc's going to bring. So, That's why Yato's been keeping Yukine-kun under close watch. I have read all of the chapters up to this whole entire point. I've got the whole entire series on my channel if you want to kind of watch it. Oh, hey, show, how's it going? I know it's been quite a bit of time. I just kind of been not the greatest in shape when it comes to covering things. I have to kind of catch up with what I've missed so far today. But yeah, hopefully I actually can get through everything, I think. So, phone, it's been a while since it's rang. Yato, hurry up and take this. I don't have any business with anyone right now, and besides, I'm still sore all over. The three of us just need to take it easy for a while. Have you forgotten that you're a delivery god? Put more effort into this. It's important to me too. Setting heaven straight and defeating Akayashi are important, sure, but if someone's in trouble, you've got to help them. If you do a good job, Hiyori will give you a I never can actually say that name properly. Is it Capia Inari as an offering, right? I will. Capia Inari. I have no idea what that is, but I want it. I want a bunch of them. What about the greatest secret? Swipe. Oh, Schwip. Sorry, not swipe. Oh yeah, Neo is really freaking good. I've been playing it as well a little bit. It's hard. It's very hard. It actually kind of put me in the right mood to read Noragami, to be honest. I was sitting there going, you know what? After getting my arse beat constantly on Neo, might be a good time to read Noragami. It actually was. Hello, delivery god Yato at your service. What seems to be the problem? Oh, Yato-san, it's you. It's me, Ibisu. Sorry, but I've been kidnapped by some bad guys. They're saying give us 1 billion yen in ransom. Seriously? Hey, are you actually serious? You've got it. We'll contact you again later. You tell anyone else about this and we'll kill the kid. So that's it. So what is it? Yato's great in doing everything though. That's the proper thing. Even though he did cut the heavens in half, the poor lad didn't know his own strength. So what is it? Oh, I love this chapter already. What the hell is Kunamine? Hey Kunamine, this is no time to be having a casual meal. Huh, slop? Ibisu estate. The young master has been kidnapped. You didn't know? I must have fallen asleep when the young master called. Didn't you get a bunch of vacation time thanks to the Covenant? You mean this coupon good for 1 day of sleeping late? I didn't want to waste it, so I haven't used it yet. Sleeping late. I thought it was spending late. You should read Noragami at one point. It's actually a really good manga. I think the manga does it more justice than the anime does. I think you have to read source material more than watch the anime. I think the anime kind of cuts too much of it out, which kind of is a bit depressing. So, but what do we do? Do we have any clues? It's them, the kidnappers. Young master, are you alright? Huh? Are you with Yato-san? Hey, whose voice was that just now? If it's money you want, then he's the guy who will provide it. So where are you? We'll bring it right there. 1 billion. Yes, that's right. You're seriously bringing a billion yen. He's trying to lead us on. It's a trap. Listen up. If you're trying to trick us, the kid gets it. I recommend reading it. I would say read it. It's actually such a great manga. It's one of those mangas that gets you depressed, but at the same time fills you with some semblance of hope. Yeah, if you lay one finger on Ibisu, I'll take it from here. I am Kunami. The young is it Kunami? Yeah, I said it correctly. I didn't know whether or not I said it incorrectly. Got to be really, really, really careful when I pronounce certain things. I always mispronounce them sometimes. The young master's personal attendant. Please relay this message to the young master for me. I will definitely save you. However, once I've done that, please give everyone at the company 3 months of vacation time. What? Vacation? What are you saying? What are you saying all of a sudden? Oh, this is actually the perfect time for you to be audacious. Good work. I agree with that completely. I haven't actually read the whole entirety of Tokyo Ghoul so far, but this is actually my favorite one to cover out of every single one I've covered. I think Overlord comes a close second. I don't know what else comes after that point. I just love this manga so much. Alright, so EBC, why are you going along with all this? Oh no, Yato-san, this is actually a huge development. Why wouldn't you agree? To speak frankly, his vacation negotiations have always been boringly one-sided. So I told him, if you really want to negotiate with me first, you must hold an advantageous position. Never pass up the opportunity to hold a weapon in one hand while reaching for a handshake with the other, if you can profit from it. That's a really freaking good saying. That's a freaking amazing saying. I love that. I've heard that. I heard it once before somewhere else. I heard it. I have no idea where I heard it once before, but I've heard it somewhere else. I think I heard it in a different way. I think I heard it in a pretty different way, but it's actually such a freaking good saying. I love it. Don't you think you're finally starting to act like the guidepost of the god of business EBC should? Oh, don't you think you finally starting to act like the guidepost of the god of business EBC should? Kunami. I'm unworthy of your praise, but aren't you essentially just asking for 2-day weekends? However, I can't accept that. Requests to me must be handled in person, and not because I don't want to die. A knife wouldn't kill me, and even if it did, I'd still reincarnate. In other words, the initiative is still mine. Oh, is it? The entire... I can't say the word. It's not initiative, it's initiative? It's still mine. I can get a billion all on my own, after all. Bye, Master. If you say, hey, damn it, he hung up. We should have teleported while you were connected. Why didn't we just zap over there? Got a point. Kid's got a point. You didn't even think of it. I'll go and find him. Hiyori. It's not because I don't want to die, and the young master is saying things like that again. It's not like that. It's just because he thought he had been abandoned. Why else would he say that? We're suffering a serious personal shortage right now. This place never offered vacation time, so even through the pay is good, there's never been any time to relax. After our previous Noras were slain by heaven, even other Noras have become too afraid to apply here. At this rate, everyone's stress is going to end up stinging the young master. Well, this is even getting more depressing as the time goes on. Jesus Christ. I thought it'd get a kind of sort of happy chapter, but by the looks of things, no. By the looks of things, no. No, don't worry, it's coming tomorrow. I'm doing the video, do not worry. It's just because have not been motivated to do anything lately. My motivation's literally been like down there. I have no idea why. I think London's sapping the energy out of me. So I just have no capacity in my brain to sit there and go, yeah, you know what, I can cover something today. I have no idea why. This happened to me recently. Even though it's a good place to go when no one else will have us. So does that mean you're a Nora too? Yes. So you're only with EBC because you had no other choice. And you had the nerve to say all those things before. It's absolutely not like that. Going to the underworld and entering the Covenant would have been impossible without me. But without me, it would have been Iwami-san. Right, so let's carry on. The young master and the prior incarnation. Now then, do you have a bank account? What's its balance? Account balance? Hey, don't go taking control over the conversation. And if confirming your account is too much trouble, we'll start with 10 million from my friend's account. Since we'll be doing a money transfer later, please open up a foreign exchange site. And all his previous incarnations have never used him for gambles. Then we'll put the full amount of money on the money order. I'm going all in. Jesus freaking Christ. Alright. I was first given a name about 200 years ago. My master was a small god born from a children's game, but children grow up and they forget. I think it's... Oh, yeah, it's 3:30 over here right now in the afternoon on Thursday. It's like... I think that's the time right now. You know what? EBC would connect Las Vegas, to be honest. You know something? They should actually make an Ocean's 11, but with EBC. Just put him in Ocean's 11. Put him in the Ocean's team. He would be the greatest person there. There'd be no problems when you think about it. I don't know. I would watch the hell out of an Ocean's movie with Ibisu and a bunch of other people from Noragami. Oh my god, it'd be fantastic. Ah, man. I need that now. I need it. It needs to happen. He disappeared soon after leaving my name behind. There are many gods like this, nameless entities who are gods in name only. But Shinki are human and humans cannot survive on their own. Don't take in strays. But as I already bore a name, I was turned away from countless shrines. With this country culture only buying things new, something considered damaged goods would never be accepted. Ibisu welcomes Noras. I always imagine Takamizuchi is always kind of a sort of pseudo hypocrite. It's like it's his character trait. I think I accept it at this point. I kind of sort of like him, though he does tend to change like all the goddamn time. Like you saw him kind of be sort of cool at the end of when Yato was fighting him, but when they went to the Covenant, he just turned into a jackass again. I was like, come on, dude. I was like, we were rooting for you, and you've gone back to where you were before. What is going on here? Come on, get a hold of your goddamn self. Jeez. Sometimes you just want to go into a manga and just slap him in the face and go, mate, no. But I don't know. He's an endearing character. I give him that. He's sort of cool in his own way. Though he's a massive tsundere. Like, we all know it. Yeah, that's true. I think Takamizuchi does have his uses when he needs to be in use, but most of the time he's a complete douche. I sort of like the fact he is sort of changing, but he still keeps his character traits, though he doesn't mean it literally, but he's slowly getting used to what he has to do. That's the main thing. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll see the Takamizuchi we need to see. Like, we saw him, but he's changed back. Maybe he might change again? I don't know. Right. The god of fortune, Ibisu, is an angel who doesn't care if you're a Nora. Is that the Buddha? I'm Ibisu. He's a kid. That's when I first met Ibisu-sama. Alright, let's start the interview process. If you can draw a borderline, you'll pass. If you can't, you fail. If you pass, I'll give you a name. Alright, get on it. A line? Okay, a line. Nope, you're out. Come again. If you're able to draw a borderline. Next. He's strict, but he's fair. If you're able to perform the job, he'll hire you without question. Alright? Yes, sir. Okay. Then, thy name is... Give me 1 second to actually pronounce the name correctly. Kuni. Thy vessel is Ho. Come Hoki. Where did you go? Schwip. Now's my chance to distinguish myself from my peers. He threw him. He just suddenly went ballistic. What the hell kind of shrine did I come to? The second round of interviews got brutal. But wait, all the senior level Shinkis are sobbing their eyes out. Our bumbling young master, before he couldn't even tie his sandals, and now he's sortly above average. How unusual. A Shinki that does not take form, but rather processes one's body. Will you take him as an attendant, young master? Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know. I think Takamizuchi is one of those confusing characters. Like, you think he's kind of drawn a new leaf, but he hasn't. Like, he's just sort of gone back. Because at the end of 67, like, part 3, you kind of did see him slowly kind of get used to the whole entire idea and actually sort of get his mantle, but then he reverted back. You're like, why? 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 But then you kind of accept the fact it's Takamizuchi. You just don't ask questions. You kind of just sort of watch him and see whether or not he will change. Because he was sort of that's coming today as well. Do not worry. I was gonna say Konosuba's after this, so do not worry. And then it's after that. It's Kuzuno Honkai. I think that's my schedule for today. Right. So I'm not using this thing, but Kunomin on barrier duty too. I oversold myself. A barrier duty is a simple job that consists solely of drawing borderlines. I see. Shinki can't die from a lack of sleep 3 months later. While my life continued as such, Ibisu's summer continued to reincarnate. This is stupid. It won't kill me not being. Oh, this is stupid. It won't kill me not being able to ride this. The joy that comes from being able to do something you once couldn't is worth more than money. This is something that I want you to experience for yourself and take to heart. This manga is speaking the truths. Yeah, I'm seeing it. It's light-hearted, but it has its sprinkles of depression here and there. That's the one thing I'm seeing lately. Also, congrats on actually kind of not focusing straightly on Yukine as well, because it was sort of hinted at, but it's not focused on. I thought, you know what, it's not too bad. You gave the limelight to someone else who actually deserved the time. Can't argue. I cannot argue. My throat's getting weird now. There we are, 30 minutes into a stream. My throat just goes, nope. Whoa, that was a bit scary. I thought humans must all be I thought humans must all be some kind of magicians to be able to ride something so unstable. Kunami, yeah, I'm saying his name correctly. I don't know. I was actually saying his name incorrectly. Oh, so he does know how to smile. Can you walk on stilts too, Kunami? Yes. Can you ski? Yes, probably. Huh, sounds nice. And are you a good swimmer? What? Huh. Gasp, splash, splash. Why did you suddenly... It was a test. You have a lot of skills besides tying shoelaces, Kunami. It's not like I can do everything. That was dangerous. So could you please not do that again? It wasn't that dangerous. We're gods, aren't we? Oh, it wasn't that dangerous. We gods aren't even truly alive. But don't tell Iwami about this. I don't want to have to remember that there was an Ibisu who attempted suicide. What was with that face? You look like an idiot. It was a child making trouble for adults in order to gauge their reaction. Did he actually value his own life? Of course he did. Even I could see through him. Oh, I can see right through him. He certainly is popular. He's certainly a popular god. I guess no breaks for the New Year's either. Although if he wanted to try skiing, it would need to be around this time. Holy crap. There she is. There she is. The harbinger of all depression. God damn. No. I ain't saying it. I ain't saying it. Are you the attendant Kunamin, son? My name is Sumi, and I'm going to be working with you starting today. Ah, a new hire. It's unusual for him to hire such young children. Do Do you need something? Ah, a new hire. It's unusual for him to hire such young children. Yes, go. Oh, yes, so. Is it true that Ibisu-sama is taming Akayashi? Huh, that's preposterous. If he was, he'd be getting stung right now. That's true, although doesn't he reincarnate unusually often? He does. His guidepost Iwami-san allows that. Oh, my reading has gone to crap again. Why does his guidepost Iwami-san allow that to happen? I feel so sorry for Ibisu-sama. What for? At least he can reincarnate, right? And what noble sacrifices he made. Even now he has no regrets. There was a brand new snowboard in young master's room, but the next young master showed no interest in it. His death is not in body but in mind. However, there is just one rather important thing that never changes, and that is Iwami-san. He is a vessel who fills in the gaps for each successive Ibisu's memories and plans. Yeah, that's true. She does. Now, yeah. Ha. Thanks for pointing that out. Because now I remember back in when Ibisu and Yato were in the underworld, she turned into a gun, if I remember correctly, because she was like, because she walked in and then Yato was all like, "What the hell are you doing here?" And then I swear Ibisu says that she works for me, and then he used her. You're like, what the hell's going on here? But then you remember it's Nora. Like, yeah, that's why. That is why. Like, it makes all sense after that point. Like, nothing is completely like shrouded in mystery. You understand? It's because she is Nora and she is a harbinger of depression. That's how I see her character. That's if I'm remembering season 2 correctly. That goes for the current incarnation as well. If he had the choice, I'm sure he would have chosen Iwami-san as his guidepost. An attendant like me is hardly sufficient. Kunami-san, are you jealous of Iwami-san? No, I just wish I could trade places with him. Being a guidepost is a heavy burden. You crazy fool! This ain't no time for jibber jabber. He's sly shifted the blame. He slyly shifted the blame. We're only still here because of your brain fart. Are you saying you're not even jealous? Surely jealousy among Shinki stings and afflicts us and is generally not a good thing. But if you're not jealous at all, don't you understand how much that belittles your master? Do you? Whoa, hang on. I might shed a tear too. You heard what Chibi Ibi said, right? I like that, Chibi Ibi. She does make a valid point though. Why does Iwami allow Ibi to do that? That's true. Why does Iwami allow him to do that? It's one of those things you sort of ask that question, but I'm guessing it's because maybe he actually does something with it. Like it's not technically as if he's throwing his life away for just the sake of it. I think maybe he's doing it to kind of achieve something, I guess. I'm not too sure. Like, I don't think Iwami would accept the fact if he was just killing himself out of literally no volition. Like, in essence, there's got to be some motive behind why he's doing that. So I'm guessing that's probably the reason why he lets it kind of slide. Because I guess you have to ask that question as well. It's not kind of one of those questions you go, oh, freaking hell, let's brush it underneath the covers. Because it actually is a very valid point. But I'm guessing there has to be an ulterior motive why. I'm guessing it's probably because there might just be something more going on. And maybe Iwami sees something in what he's doing and actually just accepts him for that reason. So he doesn't actually kind of just say, oh, like, you're killing yourself for no reason, boy. You're reincarnating for no reason, so what's the point? But no, I'm guessing there's actually a point to it. You please, I went past. This is the perfect time for you to be audacious. Don't you think that means he's in real trouble right now? Here it comes, here it comes. He wants you to save him. Bree. That's you, Hiyori. Yet I found Ibisu-sama. Come quick. Let's go, Kunimi. More money, more. Key. I must not cry. Previous incarnations and all those before him were strong people, so I can't be the only one who cries. Oh, look at that. Admire it. Admire Yato being Yato and being the best Bay in the universe. Admire it. Because it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Been staring at it for the last 5 hours. It's that beautiful. Buonissimo, as they would say in the business. Who's there? Don't come any closer. You want us to kill the kid? I will never be able to replace Iwami-san. However, there is something I can do that he could never do, and that's sacrifice my well-being for the young master's sake. Uncle Kunimi is going to turn them into wall splatters, so why don't you go over there until he's done, okay? Young master, I'm terribly sorry that I was so late in coming to retrieve you. I love that. I love it. In the middle of the fight, he's got Yato going, just go over there because he's going to turn everyone into wall splatter. I love him. I love Yato so much. God damn it. Yato's a gift from the gods, even though he's a god himself. He's a gift from the upper gods. I see. Well, since you were late, I'll agree to give everyone a day off per month. Is that alright with you? Yes. I'm sure everyone will be thrilled. One day a month. I should reward you too, Yato-san. Would you prefer coins or bills? Since I was abducted, I'm not carrying that much. Eh? Reward? I get a reward? $1.5 quadrillion Zimbabwe dollars values 5 yen. 1.5 quadrillion. Isn't this more than the entire national budget? Yeah, BBC. Isn't that a defunct currency? We should try selling it on Yahoo auctions. Anyway, thank you everyone. Hey EBC, don't go getting yourself kidnapped anymore. Ah, it's so cute. It's so adorable. Oh crap! I didn't realize how late it's gone. Are you okay, Yukine? You don't have to treat me like a kid anymore. I'm fine. So you haven't been having any weird dreams? Dreams? If you don't remember, that's fine. They were kind of scary, but if I looked harder, you were there. So if I had a dream, it's a comforting one. I see. That's good. Forget I said anything. Yet it doesn't seem to want to touch on the secret either. Will they have to face it someday? So you wanna spend a $1.5 quadrillion rent on Capia land? That's how you say it. I always say it correctly. Say it correctly that time. I wonder if you could. Even if they do, I want to protect the peace they have now. That reminds me, where's my Capia army? Please. I think that's it. Is it? Yeah, we got one more page. Oh, it's the stage show. I was gonna say I've got one more page, but it's a stage show. Oh, that chapter of Noragami. Woohoo! It was a pretty beautiful chapter, I must say. As I said during stream, I liked the fact it wasn't centrally focused on Yukine, who we would have imagined it'd be focused on because of what's happened with him, and actually kind of give it to another character who deserves a limelight. That's actually pretty freaking fantastic, I must say, because I always want to know more about Ibisu and Ko, because they're interesting characters in their own right. So actually kind of have a chapter centered on them is actually freaking amazing. Yeah, the art is pretty freaking amazing, I must say. I mean, damn. Let's have a quick look at it again. Yeah, let's actually leave it there. I like it. But yeah, I like it. It's just centered on them and how they work and and basically their origins. Actually, it was kind of freaking neat because you got to see how he actually employs people and everything else in between. So it actually is a pretty neat idea to actually kind of center it on someone else who we don't imagine it to be centered on, because it could have gone to Yukine and it wouldn't have been a completely perfect chapter. But actually kind of just not focus on him, actually kind of leave the anticipation even bigger for what's going to happen later. It's actually pretty freaking good. Ah, damn it. But it's one of those things, I'd imagine people might be saying, oh wow, I wanted to be focused on Yukine. And I would imagine, yeah, that's actually kind of valid. You might want it to be focused on Yukine. But I think there's still characters in this manga who need their own kind of chapter that actually kind of shed some more light on their relationships. And Seira Kunami and Ibisu was actually pretty freaking neat. I actually quite like Kunami as well. I think he's actually a pretty neat character because we've seen him from time to time, but I actually like how he works. I actually kind of see the inner workings of him and how he sees himself and how he actually kind of works in conjunction with Ibisu is actually pretty freaking great. And even Chibi Ibi himself is actually pretty freaking amazing, I must say. Because he kind of he has the whole entire idea of the previous incarnations on top of him as well, which actually is kind of valid when you think about it. It's actually kind of one of those, it's a mantle to take on. You got to take on the mantle of the previous incarnation. That previous incarnation might be kind of catastrophic in its own right, because don't get us wrong, we had the whole entire thing with Ibisu's last reincarnation, so Chibi Ibi right now has quite a lot going on for him as a child. And he doesn't actually want to break down, like he says himself, like, I can't cry, and all the previous reincarnations never cried, so why would I want to cry? So I'm not going to do it. So he has to kind of be strong. It actually might be difficult for him. Like, it's one of those things. It's not a nice thing to actually kind of take on the mantle after incarnation. I mean, we even saw it with Takamizuchi as well. When Takamizuchi reincarnated, we saw it with him, how he had taken that mantle, how the blame was put on him completely, and how he actually just had to take that on. You're like, it's actually pretty freaking depressing, because sometimes, yeah, that's true. Now that you mention it, his last incarnation died, and I think the incarnations when they died during this chapter cried as well. So I don't know, because I think what happened with the previous incarnation, how you want to call it, I think because he in the end he actually found something, because I guess when you think about it, it was said during this chapter that he values his life. He doesn't want to throw it away for any unjustified reason. But when you actually kind of hark back to the actual kind of time when Ibisu reincarnated, you kind of at that point understood, at that second, he found value in life. I mean, Yato kind of put him in his right place. He kind of imagined, holy crap, so this is actually why life is actually really good. So that was why he cried in that one. So I'm guessing now it's just, I don't know. I actually quite like the fact that I quite like Ibisu. I think he's an interesting character. That's the kind of major thing I like. But yeah, I mean, there actually is no problems in crying. That's the major thing. Like, he says he doesn't want to cry because it doesn't make you strong, but in essence, you become stronger because of it in its own right. Like, in essence, crying doesn't mean you're weak. It just means you have to get something out of you. That's actually been plaguing your mind for a long while. And actually, if he cried at that point, you wouldn't seem any different. Like, it's not one of those things you kind of say, well, he's not fit for the job. He's still fit for the job because he does a good job of what he does. So I don't understand why he kind of imagined not to cry, but I'm guessing it's because he imagines his previous reincarnations never cried, so why should he do it? But at the same time, you actually remember, no, every single reincarnation during this chapter, and plus the one before where we saw, actually cried anyway, so you actually kind of understand that point that, I don't know, because it's one of those things as well that I'm guessing there's this whole entire idea that, in its own right, does Ibisu even value his life before he actually met Yato? Like, before he actually kind of met Yato, and Yato kind of did that whole entire thing with him in the underworld and everything else in between, like, did he actually really value his life? Because he really just kind of didn't care. Like, he didn't really care. Like, you saw it in this chapter as well, when Ibisu kind of plunked himself straight into the river and actually didn't really think anything of it. You kind of sit at that point, like, he sees himself as a god, but he kind of sees himself as not valuing that reason for being a god and actually not valuing his life, because he just imagines, well, freaking hell, if I die, I just reincarnate. But then when you remember what happened with Yato, you kind of, I think after that whole entire point, I think that actually is kind of sort of bleeding itself into Ibisu right now. He actually values his life even more. He's not doing anything drastic. Like, beforehand, he was doing some drastic things. We saw in this chapter as well. Like, he was doing some drastic ass things. That's why I like actually having the chapter center on Ibisu, because he's an interesting guy. He's an interesting person. He's an interesting kid. Chibi Ibi is cute but interesting. Like, he has his things about him that you kind of imagine. You kind of imagine, I want to know more about it. I want to know why he does his things. I want to know more about his character, how he works, how he employs people, why he has these kind of strict ideas and everything else in between. But back on top of it, god damn, there's a police car going past again. Come on. Do it! Go past! God. It's actually an ambulance this time. Like, completely lost my train of thought just then. I think the police car doesn't let me lose my train of thought. But I think I was talking about ABC anyway. That's the kind of major thing I was talking about beforehand. But no, I just think he is one of those people who we need more time centered on, because he's just interesting. And I like the whole entire idea that Nora, or Hiro, how you want to call her, actually kind of questioned the whole entire idea of why Iwami actually lets him do what he does. But I'm guessing, as I said beforehand, I think that's why I'm kind of going with it. I think the reason why he actually allows him to do what he does is because he finds reason in what he's doing. Because, again, I think in a larger context, when you think about it, he is putting his life in jeopardy. He's reincarnating constantly. It's actually kind of unusual for a god to do that constantly. But at the same time, each time he does it, he kind of finds something new. He uncovers something. So actually, it does have reason to what he's doing. Because again, look what happened when he reincarnated at the end of season 2. He actually found a reason to why he wants to live at that point. So there is an actual reason, an interior motive to what he does it. Like, it has a reason. Like, when you think about it, it's not as if he's doing it out of revenge. He's not doing it out of his own volition. He just wants to kind of die. Yeah, in some regards, he might not value his life incredibly amazingly, but he does kind of uncover something at the end of it. Like, it's not in vain, if you get what I mean. Because if he just went out and had fights constantly, just didn't care about his life, you would see him a different light. But what he does, in some regards, does have reason. Like, he does kind of uncover something. Like, that's one of the things I actually kind of see in him. That's why I think Iwami actually lets him do it. That's why I kind of that's kind of my that's my 2 cents on it. But really, I'm guessing now it's the whole entire idea of when and where will Yukine kind of crack. Like, it's the kind of thing. Like, it's not kind of, it's kind of prevalent through the chapter. Don't get me wrong, because Hiyori is really kind of the only character really now fearing it. Like, she is fearing the idea of when and where this will happen, because they have to face it one day, because it's a catastrophic thing for Yukine. Actually, kind of remember what happened to him, but at the same time, to actually kind of get past this whole entire idea, yes, he's remembering it, don't get me wrong, but he's kind of sort of not trying to put it at the forefront of his mind. Like, he's trying to keep it at the back, like what happened with the whole, with his whole fear of the darkness. Like, it's not so prevalent now. Like, in essence, beforehand, he would not even go outside in the dark. He was that afraid of it. And I think season 2 completely forgot about that idea as well. But yeah, he would not even go out, but now he's sort of getting better, which then kind of triggers this whole entire thing with me, that maybe he might get past the whole entire idea of what happened to him in his previous life. Like, what had happened, because if he didn't, I'd imagine he would be in a kind of deep water by now. Like, in essence, something would have happened to him by now if this was the case. But I imagine, like, I think Nana was the kind of I think she was the kind of character which really kind of put it into perspective that you can get past this whole entire idea of what happened to you previously. Granted, yes, Nana was completely different, because Nana accepted her death and accepted everything, and the reason why she was fighting is because she might actually find something there. Like, that's the only reason with her. Like, she had a completely different reason to what she was doing, but still, it kind of gave you that hope. Like, beforehand, when someone else had the god's greatest secret revealed to them, they all died. They kind of all did not go down well. Like, no one ever really kind of made it out alright. I mean, we saw it Suguha as well. Like, it didn't end well. But I think Nana was a trigger that actually kind of just made us imagine that actually is a good outlook on this whole entire thing. It's all not just depression and sadness in this whole entire thing, because maybe you might just get past it. I think I think Yukine just values where he is right now, so I'm guessing that probably for that reason he won't kind of he probably accepts what happened beforehand. Yeah, I'd imagine the whole entire thing with his dad is actually kind of catastrophic for him. Don't get me wrong. It's one of those things I doubt he'll ever forget, but I think he won't try to remember it too often. Like, it's very much prevalent in his mind, but he won't try to actually kind of put it at the forefront. If you get what I mean, I think what I said there makes sense. Because, again, I fear the moment it will happen, but at the same time, I actually kind of imagine that maybe it will happen, but he might just kind of accept it. Like, he might... Jesus Christ. He actually just might just grow because of it, if you get what I mean. Because, again, I don't want to have something similar to what happened beforehand when he kind of went off the rails, because it's going to be kind of sad to see it happen again, because Yukine's a good kid. He's grown so much. You just don't want to see anything bad happen to him right now. And I think Hiyori's the only one that's actually kind of paranoid about it, because she's the only one that kind of imagines, well, freaking hell, he's a bit emotional. But in some regards, like, he's not technically fully developed in the sense of emotion, like, emotionally. Like, he still kind of keeps this whole entire thing when he was younger, back in the beginning parts of Noragami. But I think Yato kind of isn't talking about it for maybe one reason, that he doesn't actually want to kind of bring it up at all, though he did kind of bring it up at the end of the chapter. But I think because he understands maybe either he doesn't want to talk about it, or he might just grow past it. Like, he might not kind of put it at his forefront of his mind. He might just grow past and actually kind of accept it, because I don't know. I would like that idea, because it kind of tells you there and then how much Yukine has actually grown as a character. It tells you there and then, look, he does actually hold some semblance of hope in him. That he won't go back to where he was previously. He won't go back to what happened at the beginning of Noragami, and we don't want it to happen either. But one thing that was not mentioned, which is kind of still prevalent in my mind, where the hell is Kazuma? Like, where's he gone? Where has that douche gone? Because he's gone somewhere, and it ain't telling us where he's gone, because again, it's a whole entire idea of what's going on with him. Though we understand what's going on with him, he's gone a bit off the rails because he is so infatuated with his actual master, like, to the point where he, again, blurs a line between master and servant. But at that point, you have to kind of just say, where's he gone? What is he doing? What's going to happen later? Because I imagine what he is doing is going to be kind of a major center point of this arc. Like, it has to. Like, it'll be a Chekhov's gun if it doesn't actually happen. Like, it has to happen. Like, he has to be kind of a forefront of this arc. Because, I don't know. Because why would he let what happened beforehand go? He has to kind of do something. And I imagine he's gone to father. He's going to Fujisaki. He's going to do something with Fujisaki. Like, he might just try to kill him himself. Though, I don't imagine that might go down too well. Because as we know, if he dies and Yato dies, granted, then still, will he die? Because we fear this whole entire idea that maybe Yato might die if what happens with Fujisaki actually does happen, if Fujisaki actually dies. But, again, I don't know if he will actually die, because there might be some sort of hope again with that. Like, our brains kind of say to ourselves, yeah, look, we fear the worst right now. We fear all the bad things that will happen. But it won't happen, because I don't know, because this manga thus far has a times when it kind of subverts what you imagine to happen. Like, the whole entire thing with the Covenant. Like, you imagine the worst. You think to yourself, yep, everyone's going to die. Like, no one's going to get out of this one completely okay. We're going to live our rest of our lives reading this manga in complete sadness. But in the end, nothing really kind of terrible happened. I mean, yeah, we did lose a Shinki, don't get me wrong. I mean, Tenjin lost a Shinki, but still, it wasn't as catastrophic as we imagined. So I'm guessing there's actually this kind of sort of little thing this manga does where it subverts your perception. It subverts what you think's going to happen, but doing something completely different. And if it does do that, well, freaking hell, good on you, because I don't want depression to happen again. I went through, I think, how long was the last arc? I think it was a whole entire year. Like, I went for the whole entire year last year, kind of going, please, just be okay at the end of this. Don't let anything bad happen, because I don't want to accept anything bad will happen. So you never know. You really don't. That's the thing I actually kind of get for this manga. You just don't know what will happen. I think the kind of thing that will happen won't be as sad as we imagine. Like, it's kind of what I had imagined, but granted, you never know. You never know, is what I say about this manga. But yeah. So all in all, Very, very, very freaking good chapter, I must say. I really did like this chapter. I think it's actually a really freaking good chapter for what it really did. I actually quite like the whole entire idea. We got some backstory on Kunamin, we got some backstory on Ibisu, everything else in between, because that's very much needed. Like, it's one of those things that you have enough knowledge on these characters to actually go forward with them, but actually get some more on it, you're like, yeah, can't argue. Really, I can't argue, because it does the same thing that Gintama does. Like, it gives you enough information, but it sprinkles even more in there. Like, that's actually really welcome. So, good job. So, hopefully, next chapter's even better, and probably not as depressing. Like, I'm just hoping that maybe we might get a string of nice chapters for the rest of the year. Probably not. I don't think we will, but you never know. So, yes. With all that said, I have indeed been the driver. If you have enjoyed what I do here, and you want to stay that little bit longer than I've done this a whole entire wrong way, then do leave a sub, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. And what I should have said was, if you have enjoyed what I do here, probably won't do it. If you have enjoyed this video or this stream, then do leave a like, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. But until next month, which I think is it going to tell us when next? Except for this month again. So what day is that? Hopefully it's actually not as the same day as this month's. Monday, damn it. See you on Monday the 6th of March, if I'm actually might be off at that point, I'm not too sure. I actually have no idea what's going to happen. But yes, until then, see you guys later. Gonna cover, what's it called? Konosuba next, so do be on the lookout for that, and after that point is Kuzu no Honkai. So until then, see you guys later.